guys, this is welcome back to Kev's Creations. Today we'll be making this, just a simple animation. We are continuing with the ball. Let's take it as something very easy to animate, so we learn with that in different situations. So we're going to be making this, and throughout the animation journey we'll be using simple animations. We won't be going too far. You can't expect as a beginner to come from stuff like this to this in days. It would take lots of practice and dedication. You have to be dedicated to your work to make stuff like this. So as an example, this one's here by Adobe. We have lots of examples. Here's one, a rocket. Something cool like this. So with the time is when we would get here. Here's another example from Adobe. See the wavy lines? So with time we'll be able to make stuff like this. Anyway, now we start with a blank canvas. To make one, just click new, then choose the resolution. I suggest 4K. Make it highly detailed, extremely. Then click create. Already created. Here it is. Now want to make the background and now the ball. So for that, let's start with the background. So just click on the first frame right here, then go to file, import to stage. When you click import to stage, it would bring directly here. So now I had already made a background here. I'll show you the process I used to make it. Now once you've made it, click export as. Now save anywhere you'd like. I choose to save it here in the Illustrator folder here. So let's call it to space looks okay, and make sure to check the use outputs, otherwise it would include anything on the outside. Let me explain. If you don't click use artboards, enable to export at this resolution. Okay, if you don't click use artboards, let's say there's a circle here and another circle here, it will include those, but if you click use artboards, it will only include what's inside this square alone. Now if you get an error like that saying the resolution is too large, just copy everything you've made, make a new canvas, let's say A4 portrait, and you create, yeah. Now when you're here, now paste in place, it would be extremely large. That's the size of it, and that's A4. So what we do is hold shift as you shrink it all the way till it fits there. As you can see, it's supposed to be an A4. So when you click use artboards, it would only show what fits in the A4. But when you don't click use artboards, it would show up like this. So that's the difference. Always click use artboards so it can show up like this. Now open. So now let's make this the sky first. Hold shift as you increase the size to make sure it fits here perfectly. That's good enough. Now let's make it seem like it's on the ground. So let's just draw something simple, the ground in a simple way. Let's pick green. Which one seems more suitable? This seems okay. So just do something simple on the ground. Make sure you've clicked on the layer with the background. There. The background might be in front. Arrange, we send it to the back. Let's try this again. There we go. No. How about we draw the ground on its own there. New layer. Now we draw the ground here. So much better. That seems okay. So now that we have the background, it's this and this. So in the new layer, make sure the stroke is removed. So draw the ball, and then let's also draw the balloon right there. So now from here, let's edit the balloon. You can edit however you'd like, but let's try and make it as simple as possible. For the back, let's use pink. Then just keep adding. You can put as many balloons as you'd like. There's no limit. Oh wait, the sky is the limit. Now we animate this as it goes into space. So we want the background to be constant. So F5 to increase frames. Let's work on the background first. So I want the ball to roll in. Then from here, right click, insert a keyframe. Inserting a keyframe would it would not change anything. It would just be the same thing. So now you can change this part. So I want it to start moving from here and end around, let's say here. So over here we right click, insert a keyframe. So at this point I want the background to be there, to be right there. So you can play around with some things. And let's try classic twin. Want to get motion, so the motion works. So I want the ball to roll in is now when it starts moving. So we try this with the ball. Click F5 to increase frames. Increase it till the end, right there. Then over here, let's say here, right click, insert a keyframe. So now move it to around there. So now here we want it to start from outside. So now we click both, insert classic twin. You click here, remove, so that it gets rid of the classic twin over here. So want it to move in like this, settle there. Then it starts rising like it's going into space. Now as it's going into space, I want it to be shrinking a little bit. So we go here, insert a keyframe. Then as it's heading into space, I want it to be shrinking also. So I want it to stop shrinking over here. Insert a keyframe. Now over here, I want it to be small, and I also want it to have moved like there. So click there, the end, and here. Right, the end and there, yes. Then create classic twin. So when you play it back, it would be like this. It's flying into space. Just some simple animation as you try and practice through this. So now this part is way too fast. What you can do is click a frame from here and a frame from the background, and just click F5. It will add frames so that when you play it back, it's a bit slower. You can continue this until you get the desired speed. Now, let's add some flair to it. So from here, what we do is just go here, right click, insert a keyframe. Go here as well, no, right click, insert a keyframe. Now the one we would be changing is the one here, so go there, make sure you're at this frame, just slightly turn it so that it would be like this. Now increase the frames here, make sure to hold the background as well so that also the background increases. Go here as well, increase the frames. To increase the frames, highlight them both by clicking on them, holding shift, then press F5. It will increase the frames. Now click here to here, right click, create classic twin, then on this frame right click, remove, so that there will be no motion over here. So when you play back, it would be like this. So this is my simple animation for today. With time, this would be you making stuff as ridiculous as this, ridiculously awesome. Look at the bacon, the egg, and the pig riding in the sunset, stuff like that. There's also this example here. You can find more examples with Adobe Animate. Go to File, New. You'll see them over here. They're down here. Let's see this example. We have this example as well. So stuff like this would not be easy. It would take time to get to this skill level. But anyway, so thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in day 3 of my animation journey. Subscribe for more. Peace.